you like your dogs? I know a school where they teach dogs.
I think it's just the new take on this world. It's a kind of like changing perspectives and a new point of view in a world that we already know and love. At this time throughout Eve's experience, and then we'll see the connection and the timeline, how it intertwines with John Wick.
Welcome to the continent.
Well, I mean, one of the things that was very important early on was that I was not setting out to do a female John Wick. You know, the John Wick is John Wick, that this is an entirely different character, kick-ass character within her own right, so a new character within the world, not somebody that's replicating what John Wick does. And big difference was coming from a perspective of a character that's trying to enter the world. So Anna's character Eve is looking to become an assassin, start up with the Rosca Roma and see how she trains and becomes an assassin, where John Wick is really essentially trying to get out of the world. So that became the building ground of what really set it apart from a different perspective from the beginning.
I think, Michael, it's new but natural. I mean, don't forget, we met the character before as a girl of older, but now we meet her as a child and then as a grown-up in this. So my character's been keeping tabs on her throughout all these years. So when she appears, it's like, oh, he's thrilled to see her, but tries to, shall we say, dissuade her from her mission in a certain sense, as he always does John. You know, Winston's ever enigmatic, you know, well, if I was you, I wouldn't do this.
Well, I'm a big fan already. I've worked with Lynn before. I'm friends with Keanu. I'm a big fan of Anna's as well, and the whole franchise. I mean, it's a cool world to be a part of, so it was kind of a no-brainer.
What a pleasure to see you again.
Well, yeah, it's a completely different character. I mean, I loved Paloma. I really wish I had more time in the movie. And
Noah's perfect. Everybody wanted you to come back again. But he never did, you know. But now you come back as a fully fledged Paloma too.
But yes, it is completely different. And Eve, her motivation behind it all, it's pain. So that's really underneath throughout the whole film. And in this case also, I had the time to sink my teeth into the fights, and like really had time to get better at it. Like really not just 3 weeks training, you know? I was training for 4 or 5 months. So it was really intense, and the stakes on the fights and the level of details and everything. These are very intricate, complicated fights with very imaginative, you know, stuff that I have around me to figure out how to defend myself in this male-dominated world.
You want to win? Improvise. Adapt. Cheat.
We had a lot of conversations about the rules of everything, and then taking that and saying, what if we developed this section that's like new to the world? And so it is a balance. It's also just, it's fun. I love world building. Being able to be a part of this and add to it is just an inherent love of mine. So it's challenging, but it's a lot of fun as well.
You know, when we meet John Wick, he's already who he is. We didn't see him becoming that person. We didn't see him in the Rosca Roma, and how was that training and preparation. And we do see that through Eve. So you do get to feel and have a little sense of what happens when you are a part of that group. What does it mean to be protected by them, or being an outsider? What happens? What are the consequences if you break the rules? Who can help you, who can't? So for me, it was interesting to explore a little bit more of the kind of like the origins of becoming an assassin.
I know Chad and Michael and Shay, who are the writers of it, you know, each time kill off every character apart from Keanu, deciding which, I mean, there's many versions until they decide, you know, how it should be going forward. The one thing I'll miss if we do another one is my dear friend Lance Reddick, you know. Of course. God bless you, brother. But this will be a fitting testament to his character and his he was a great human being. He was a lovely man.
You have no idea what you just walked into.
This is very physical, very mathematically put together as far as action scenes goes. There's a lot of people that help put those types of things together and make them safe and make them spectacular. Those people on a Death Stranding game are behind a computer, right? And the walls are blue, and I have a skin tight Lycra bodysuit on with a camera and balls all over me, and Hideo's going, pick up that baby doll and cry, and I'm like, why? And he's like, and then look, a whale goes over. They're totally different. There's nothing to hold on to in a Death Stranding game.
How do I start doing what you do?
Looks like you already have.
John Wick is the Baba Yaga. He has been, Eve's character, she's on the rise. So we could see her, she starts to train shit. So checking in a couple of years of experience.
There's the John Wick, and then there's the Keanu.
Yeah.
And if those crossed, maybe she would win, because John would be like, you can have it. You know what I mean?
Keanu's God, he is the Baba Yaga.